So Motorv8shin Aotearoa is a kaupapa that was designed around the understanding of our environment here in Wairau, and also understanding through experience of what it's like for a lot of us growing up around here. It's about empowering our rangatahi, our people to actually be themselves, and the word Motorv8shin Aotearoa and the way it's spelt, it's about our people actually getting into the driver's seat of their V8, into the driver's seat of their life, instead of allowing other people to make decisions for them. It's about empowering them to make decisions for themselves and be the best that they can be.
Nice. And so why is something like this needed, particularly here in the Wairau community?
Statistically, we're one of the most deprived towns in New Zealand, apparently. But I think the main reason it's needed here is because if I look back to when I was growing up, the same cycles have been continuing. Before I was growing up, the generations before me, and I think we definitely need change. You know, we need to create some options for our people here. We need to inspire them again and show them that that's why I drive in a V8, because I want them to know that if I can do it, you can too. That's why I dress differently. That's why it's all about inspiring them to believe in themselves, because a lot of the kōrero around here it's all negative. You know, the environment's supposed to be quite negative, and so it's about just bringing a bit of light to the environment.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so talk me through the boys that are on the program, the age groups, and is it only for boys or can girls jump on too?
So at the moment it's only for tāne. I feel like where I'm at and myself is the people who benefit from the mahi that I want to do is tāne at the moment, until I feel like I've developed the right skill set or the right type of teachings to be able to work with wahine. At the moment I feel like the best thing to do is go where my strengths are, and I feel like I'm good with our tāne. So the age groups, I was able to negotiate no age limit, because I feel like we need that tuakana teina approach, the older and the younger, because the younger ones learn from what the older ones are doing. So if we get some of the older boys on there, they'll have a good impact on the younger ones. You know, if the older ones are doing it, we can too. So there's the ages. We've got a 10-year-old, the oldest will be about 26, the oldest is 26. So it's good, diverse, all different walks of life. We've got the high school dropouts, the ones who got kicked out for fighting, the ones who don't listen to anyone, and the ones who have been through school, been to jail, and want to actually get their life back on track. So it's for anyone who's willing to commit to making changes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So 12 weeks.
Any tāne, yeah.
So at the end of the 12 weeks, what is the outcome that you want for these tāne?
So the outcome that I'd want for these tāne, for the younger ones, just to reignite their, just sort of light their fire under them again, so they get off the PlayStation. So they get that desire to want to go do something with themselves that are getting comfortable at home on the PlayStation. For our older ones, the outcome that we want for them is to live a healthier lifestyle, be more of a productive member of their whānau. If they got kids, we allow their kids to be here, so they get the routine of taking their kids to school, cooking, cleaning. We want them all to, you know, have the basic life, the fundamentals towards living a healthy life, and also we want to guide them and towards having some goals, some dreams, some direction in their life. You know, there's more to just sitting around here in Wairau. We want to actually open them up to the realisation that there's a big wide world out there, and whatever you want to do, you can do it. Whatever you want to achieve in life, if you're willing to focus on it, you know, where focus goes, energy flows. So yeah, that's what the outcome we want for our whānau, to actually have some direction in their lives.
And then your team, so talk me through your team. Is everyone Mongrel Mob in your team, the age groups, and just talk me through the focus of each team members when it comes to the boys?
We've got I got a co-facilitator, Motorv8shin Aotearoa. Awesome, very grateful to have him on board. He's very qualified in what he does. He's a very real outdoors man, no connections to any gang. He's just a guy who's been passionate about making changes here in Aotearoa for a long time. He brings a lot of wisdom too with his life experience. He's been around 20-30 years longer than me. We've got the local kaumātua, my uncle Tamini. We're very fortunate to have him on board, because he brings a wealth of knowledge in mātauranga Māori and tikanga and kawa, which is going to be those are the fundamentals that all the boys are going to understand on the first couple of weeks. So he brings that aspect to it, which is really, it's necessary when you want to be doing stuff on the marae. And we've got our admin, Carol, who's doing our admin stuff. She's done her business degree and things like that. She's local. I really wanted to keep it local for now. So we've got them. We've got our friends Kate and Cam to do our yoga and our mindfulness and things like that. You know, they've been in the game of yoga and mindfulness for 20 plus years. So they bring a wealth of knowledge in that aspect, which is, you know, our hauora, our well-being side. We've also got my partner Sarah, who does the te reo stuff, te reo and the tikanga, and she brings a nice dynamic because she's young, you know, and it's not so much about what you're teaching, it's who's teaching that has the impact, you know. So she brings that nice young vibe, and she's good at what she does. I've also got my support team is a few of the boys, the local mob who want to see some changes. We've all got kids now, you know. We've been going to jail. Our older members have been going to jail. So if the next generation's going to jail, then we're doing something wrong. So we actually want to do. So I've got big support from the local leaders here, and that's our team. Yeah.
So could I say, like, is this a new direction that the mob want to go in terms of nurturing the next generation coming through?
Definitely. You know, we want the next generation to know that there is a big wide world out there. We're not going nowhere. We've done all this stuff, so you don't need to. You know, go out there and live a life like the older ones try to do for us. They wanted that for us, but there's no platform for change. You know, Motorv8shin Aotearoa is a platform for change. There's a waka to jump on now. All they had was kōrero for us, bro, go do this, go do that. Well, we're going to say, let's go do this, let's go do that. Right next to them. Let's wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning and do yoga. You know, not go do this and go do that and you'll live a different life. We're going to be, Motorv8shin Aotearoa is about modelling the behaviour that we'd like to see in them.
About your journey, you know, you said you had an epiphany in jail.
Yeah.
And then just maybe talk me through that time in jail and how that helped you to see that there's more to life and that you were able to have a change of mindset.
Yeah. It really come down to when I was reading The Power of Now and the realizations that come with it, the meditative practices that I started to do, and the real realization that gave me sort of the fuel I needed to stick to the course. The motivation was the realization of where my role models led me, and I'm the role model now. So I have a responsibility. That's what it was. I'm responsible now for where my little brothers, where the young generation here in Wairau go, because they look to us like I look to my older members. And that was the main thing that kept me on the path, you know, and kept me upskilling myself, made sure that I meditated every morning so I stayed sharp, so I'm walking my talk.
Awesome choice. Yeah. Awesome, Bronson. I think just my last question would be, what would you say to those people that don't understand, maybe because you're in the mongrel mob, that you are able to instill positive change? You know, what would you say to people that don't quite understand?
Well, the people out there that won't quite understand the vision or what we're looking to do, I feel like if they really want to see change, then it all starts with they need to change the way that they view us. You know, change the way that they view us. Maybe a little bit support, even if they don't want to support. That's a big support right there. Changing the way that they view us, allowing some space for us to do what we're going to do, because it's all in action. It's all in action. You know, that they can view us the way that they are now, but what about when we do make the positive impacts that we're saying that we're going to make? Are they still going to view us the same way? Because they can only view us on the experiences, really, not on the experiences of others. They need to, if they're really about seeing us prosper, or if that's what they really want, then it really starts with their views on us. You know, we're going to do everything. We're going to do everything not to prove them wrong or anything like that. We're going to do it because this is what we want to do. We're going to do it because we're doing it for the right reasons. We're doing it for our whānau. We're doing it for our community. You know, Wairau belongs to everyone, and that's really we need to start somewhere.